how y'all doing? This is Marcus, and we're back with another episode of The Spill.
And I'm your other host, Tamia, of course. So with the new year just beginning and everyone's supposedly trying to make a change for the better, one change that has really been getting some negative feedback is this Snapchat update. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This just hit everybody's phone out of nowhere. You went on, everything was different. So the app has changed the way you see your friends' Snap stories and messages, and also has a new Discover page. What do you think about that one?
So when I got the Snapchat update, I was like, it was okay at first, but then I started realizing what people were talking about because I could only see like people's stories if I had conversations with them already in my like conversation box. And then I don't even look at like the celebrity page or like the discovery page enough for that to even be a whole page by itself. But some people that you follow are on there like every now and then though.
Yeah. I really don't like the new Snapchat update. Like, you can tell that they're just trying to take the style of like the Insta stories, but I'm not a person that uses Instagram story. I've always liked Snapchat. When Instagram first got stories, I was like, okay, cool, but like I like Snapchat better. I rarely post on my Instagram story, so I don't like this. I don't like how like it tries to show you like the people that you care about the most. I'm like, no, why are all these apps doing that? I just want to see everything in order. Everything in order, please.
Oh yeah, because when Instagram did the whole like
algorithm,
it's out of time.
Yeah.
And I'll be seeing stuff from like 3 weeks ago because my phone or like because Instagram thinks it's relevant to me. I'd be like, well, I don't be seeing the stuff that I want to see because it's just all over the place.
Yeah, it really is. I don't like it. If you keep pressing to like go to the next person's story, it's kind of cool. Like, that's the only way you can kind of keep up. But like, you'll literally be watching someone snap they just posted a minute ago, and then you look pressed. You're the first person to watch your story, and I just hate it. Please go back.
Oh God. Okay. Just change it back. Change it back.
Change it back.
Another change that has shocked the media lately is Kylie Jenner's surprise pregnancy that she kept from fans for 9 months. The youngest Jenner welcomed baby girl Stormy Webster with her boyfriend and famous rapper Travis Scott on February 1st. Travis Scott is very excited about the new addition to his family, and he also said that the welcome of his new baby has transformed him into a new man, says TMZ.
Shout out to Kylie Jenner for actually keeping this a secret. Obviously we all know that the Kardashian / Jenner family, they're very into social media. They update their whole life on social media. So I was very surprised that she actually like kept it under wraps this long, and that everyone was kind of like, we knew she was pregnant, but like we didn't really know.
Right.
We didn't really know. So shout out to her for keeping it under wraps, and I'm happy that Travis Scott is happy, but new man, I hope it doesn't mean new music, because I just don't need him to change. I don't even think his music is gonna change per se, but like, as we all know, this family has a history of making their significant others just go a little cuckoo, and I just really hope that does not happen with Travis Scott. Like, I just can't. I can't. But congrats to them. New York Fashion Week has been trending all over the web, and we had the pleasure of interviewing some attendees and DMV's very own model, Kiana Donaldson, at last week's event. Let's check that out real quick.
Hi everyone, my name is Reagan Ortiz, and I have the pleasure of sitting down with DC native Kiana Donaldson. Kiana just recently walked in New York Fashion Week 2018. Thank you for coming in with us today.
No problem.
So how many shows did you walk in during Fashion Week?
During Fashion Week, I walked in 2 actual shows, but 3 events. It was an amazing experience.
And can you like tell us who the designers were or what shows they were?
I did something called Runways on Fire, as well as Pop the Runway. My favorite one was definitely the Pop the Runway show.
Can you tell us why that one was your favorite?
Yeah, I worked for a designer called Uzi Uzi. They're a Brazilian lingerie and swimwear collection, and it's so amazing. It's very sexy, but still beautiful at the same time.
Yeah. So can you describe one of your favorite looks from New York Fashion Week?
For New York Fashion Week, I actually prepped with some of my home designers, Baytal as well as Myobemia. They're both designers from DC, and they actually let me wear their collections during Fashion Week. And I would definitely say that I had a favorite from Baytal. It was a crop top with like knitted capris. and I wore those with some over-the-knee boots, and it was such a good combination. I loved it.
For someone looking to get into modeling, what was the process of getting into New York Fashion Week?
You pretty much just have to apply. Be very aware of things on social media, being aware of people that you might know, who they might know, being able to network, things like that. I actually was invited to do the Pop the Runway show while I was walking for the Runways on Fire show. A designer literally just walked up to me and asked me if I could stay another day in New York and do the show for them, and luckily I did. It was a great experience.
So how did you get into modeling?
I started modeling when I was 14, 15, so it's about 8 years ago. I went to Barbizon USA. It's a modeling and acting school that's based in Tampa, Florida, but they have like little sites everywhere. And I completed that, and it helps with building your basic knowledge to the whole modeling industry. It helps build confidence, your knowledge for the basics of the basics, your walks, your model tote bag, being able to survive pretty much in the modeling industry. And I did that, and it just took off from there.
So do you have any advice for any aspiring models by any chance?
Yeah, honestly, you just have to go for it. Go for it and apply yourself. Take all opportunities as good opportunities. There's no such thing as wasting your time, because even if it's not what you expect it to be, you can still network, you can still build your experience and better yourself.
That's really good advice. So what has been your favorite work that you've done, whether it's shoot or runway?
Well, my favorite experience is working with Project Runway's Kate Pocono. She has a bridal collection, and last year I walked for Lolly Locks in her collection. They collabed together. Lolly Locks provided wigs for all models, and then Kate designed gowns for the models to actually wear. It was amazing. It was like a fundraising type of event as well. They raised thousands of dollars for cancer patients. It was beautiful. The scenery and everything, the decor, amazing. The best show I've probably ever done, ever.
So is there any model who inspires your craft?
Yes, there actually is. I look up to quite a few people, but I would definitely say there's a model named Destiny on Instagram. You can see her at Uwawa. She is from DC, and she pretty much bangs everything. Print work, runway, her own like personal career. Her brand is so high. I'm like sort of kind of like looking up to her to help me guide myself as well.
I like that. Did you have any celebrity sightings while at New York Fashion Week?
Yes, I did. The kids from Power were at the Pop the Runway show. It was pretty cool. Didn't, you know, get too starstruck as I'm walking across the runway.
Speaking about walking across the runway, what are your thoughts as you're walking on a runway? Like mine, I'd be like, I'm gonna fall. Like, what is going through your mind?
What goes through my mind as I am walking down the runway is to make sure that I'm arching my back, which is like pretty much leading with my waist. Also pick up my feet because I refuse to fall, and to make sure that my face is very pleasing, because you can say or have like a look that you want to achieve in your head, but sometimes it's not what's actually out there, so you have to like just be really aware. Did any like big disaster happen before the show, or like what's the craziest thing that happened behind the scenes? I did a show. I'm not even going to say which show it was, but it was pretty unorganized and everything was very chaotic. I don't think you could see it in the audience, but backstage it was hectic as far as making sure hair and makeup is done, and all the models knew which designers they're walking for, when the designers were going to do their walk. It was crazy, but they all made it happen. It came together, and it was a pretty good production. Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much for coming out. Do you want to give everyone your social media so they can follow you? Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at fashionably.kiana, and then also I'm on Facebook, Kiana Janae. Yeah, thank you. I'm really happy I was able to come through for you guys. Thank you.
What was your experience like? What did you see? What did you do?
I went to New York Fashion Week. We took a bus. It was a group of 6 of us. One guy was from Las Vegas. The others are around the 703 area. So we went to New York via Megabus, and it was such a great experience. I think it just honestly like built my level of like appreciation for fashion. Like I think fashion in itself is like one of the purest forms of art. Like, it's just literally like you wear it, like you have style, like it's unique to everyone. The perspectives on it are so interesting, and the fact that you can use it to like make a social statement or just like a political statement, like you can honestly like conform it to whatever you want to exude to the world, which I think is beautiful. We went to one specific show. It was called Flying Solo, and it was actually with, like, I guess in association with Kehlani. Like, her music played during the show, her stylist was there, her hairstylist. So I was just like, I wonder if Kehlani, and she was there. And it was great to see. It was about 50 or so designers that showed, which is rare. Usually it's just one designer per show, but it was cool to be able to see so many different ethnicities of models. And among the street style, which is my favorite, my absolute favorite part, the street style, just being able to see like different people and like meet people and where they come from, like share your business information and make connections. So all of that, it was just amazing.
Awesome. So do you think you will go back to New York for Fashion Week anytime soon?
I definitely feel that I'll go maybe for the next 5 years. I think it's just honestly like the recognition that you can get. Like, one of my friends texted me today, she was on Essence, and like I was on Refinery 29. Like, it's like mind-blowing to me. So being able to get that exposure, being able to network. So I eventually would like to live in New York, so to be able to like share contact information and possibly have a photo shoot or like someone to live with, who knows. It's just amazing. I don't have anything bad to say.
A popular new hobby that everyone has been talking about lately is sipping paint. It is basically where you are given a canvas and an image to paint while sipping usually alcoholic drinks. Us here at The Spill wanted to see what all the rave was about with this paint and sip hobby that's been sweeping the social media scene. But we put our own little twist on it since I personally can't drink. So our studio production team has given us the option to paint a The Spill mug, which is supposedly supposed to be spilling tea, and we only have 3 minutes to do it. Mine's gonna look like a third grader's. Don't judge me.
Let's do this real quick.
When did you start painting?
So I have always really like been able to draw. I've been drawing since I was little. When I was younger, I used to draw like a lot of fashion stuff, like sketches. Like, I wanted to be like a fashion designer. Oh, hold up. It's not enough time for my masterpiece.
See, bougie.
45 seconds.
Oh no.
Since y'all want to sit here and play me like that, I'm gonna show up and show out. Haha. How you like me now?
Gotta add my highlight.
Time.
I'm sorry.
Ha!
Whoa.
See, that's no fair. But you didn't put the title though.
In my visual depiction of the spill, we don't really need a caption or a title.
But see, I'm literal.
A for effort.
It's a tie.
Yeah.
No. There are no ties in real life. Either you win or you lose. You're first or you're last, son. That's it. That's all you get in life. I took art in 3rd grade. Do you know how long ago 3rd grade was? 3rd grade was a bop ago. A shabop ago. That was forever.
Okay. Homecoming week here at Mason just passed, and of course the campus was turned up. This year, Cold War Kids headlined our homecoming concert, and Marcus had the pleasure of attending. Check out some of the footage that he gathered from the concert.
We ready.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? This is Marcus Andrews from The Spill. We're here at the CFA outside of the Cold War Kids concert. I'm about to go in, have me a good time, and then after everything's over, I'm going to interview a couple of people. Come with me and see what happens. Hi, we're here after the show, and I'm here with a couple of people that left the concert. How was the concert, you guys?
It was really good.
Awesome.
It was really good.
All right, and what do you know, if anything, about this group?
I didn't know much about the group, but the show was pretty cool, so
I think we all knew like their hit single first, and so we were really excited to have them perform that live. So it was really good.
For sure, yeah. Just kind of excited to see them. Knew that big song for sure, and really enjoyed their other stuff.
So is this something that you would probably do again? Would you go and see them at a different time? Do you think that you're gonna like actually get into them now?
I think the vibe was really good. Like they're excellent musicians. They're all multi-talented, and so I think that it's a really good opportunity to delve into some music that I wasn't into before. So I really liked that.
How did you feel about the opening acts?
They were good. Mason alum. They were amazing. Yeah. So.
How did you guys feel about the concert today?
I thought it was really good.
I liked it.
I thought it was fantastic. Wish it was a little longer, but you know, it is what it is.
I wish I was closer. I've been listening to this band since middle school and I loved it.
Oh, well, look, I'm gonna talk to you since you know more about them than everybody else. Yeah, like switch sides. Come close to me.
Hospital Beds is probably like a classic just because it's one of their older ones. It used to be like my ringtone on my phone. My best friend introduced me to them in middle school and I was like Snapchatting her the whole time. Wish she was here.
See, she actually into it. Like, I'm really here for this. Okay, so what about, there were 2 opening acts. So how did you feel about the opening act?
He actually knows one of the opening acts.
Oh, well, then come back.
I went to high school with one of the opening acts. Abby Rashid and the Sunshine Collective. I went to high school with Abby Rashid, the lead for the band. It was good, very chill. I liked the indie vibe. It was just a very good opener, and it was a nice transition going from Abby and then to Cinema Hearts, which was a little harder than Abby was, and then into Cold War Kids. So it was a good transition, and great that Mason was able to bring in local talent in front of a crowd like this. Did all of those groups acts have like the same kind of sound, or were they all kind of different? No, it was great that they all had a different sound. Nothing too far-fetched or different from each other, but enough that it kept it fresh.
Hi, and I'm here with one of the opening performers. This is Abby and Rashid, a group that opened for the Cold War Kids. And how was it opening for them?
It was so much fun. It seems kind of unreal, but it was a lot of fun.
So do you think you guys' sound either like complemented or was a little bit different? Like, how do you think it all kind of tied together in like an overall sense of the show?
It was definitely a little bit different because we like to play acoustic rock music, and so that's a little bit different, but I don't know, I think it worked, but we had a good time.
It was really exciting because we're all Mason students and alumni. Actually, I used to work at Center for the Arts, and Eric as well, so it's really neat to be on the other side of the stage, and the crowd was amazing. It's so cool to see all the Mason spirit here during homecoming week.
Sadly, we have come to the end of this week's episode. Always remember to hit the follow button on Twitter and Instagram at TheSpillGMU for more updates. And I'm your host, Marcus Andrews.
And I'm Tamia Mallory, and we'll see y'all later.
La 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 la. A popular la 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 la. We had blah la la, and that made no sense.